Okay, I think we're ready. There's I had to try to like get stuff together and see how I'm going to move things around in the very limited amount of space that I have in my room compared to the previous room. But anyway, hey Nuggets, my name's Ruka. Welcome to the food truck. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Well, I mean, we've done tasting streams before, right? We used to do snack tasting streams before as well as other food tasting streams. So that's not any different. Though I think I, let me put some background music really quick because we don't have any background music. I feel like so we need to put some. I hope this is not too loud. Okay. How's the background music? Is it is it ambient enough? I don't want it to be too loud for today. How's this? But yeah, basically, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my room currently is like either half or a third of my of my previous room. So it's quite. It's not really cramped. Good. All right. Thank you. I'll try to keep that in mind for next time. But yeah, it's. I mean, the room is currently not cramped, but it is a tight fit for a lot of things here. It's like I think from like width wise, it's like the size of like two full beds, which if you think about it is kind of small. So it's a little difficult to smash stuff in here, but I think lengthwise it's yeah, I think it's like two full beds by two full beds roughly is my inkling on the space of this thing compared to before. Before it's like probably like twice that size at least. And I'm trying to figure out if I can actually cook in here. Um, but there is a problem with trying to cook in the current setup. So in my old place, right, you only like every apartment has like some sort of fire alarm as a requirement. Usually at least one. However, my place is kind of a little bit extra. I think there's like two or three fire alarms. There's like one in the tiny hallway, if you can even call it that, one in the living room, and another one in the bedroom. And the fire alarm, the smoke alarm, is like if I put a table under there, am I going to be triggering that thing whenever I cook? I do my cooking smokes a little bit sometimes. I don't think we've smoked too bad on stream before. But if I start getting some black smoke from my cooking, and the fire alarm is literally right there, it's gonna be so loud. You're definitely going to be able to hear it, and it's gonna drown out every single sound that's gonna come out. That's for sure. That's for sure. Not only that, not only that. If I get this bad enough, right? There is no less than one, two, three sprinklers in this bedroom alone. It's like they really, really want to make sure if a fire breaks out in here, we are that this place isn't gonna burn down. Which I don't think it will. I feel like this place is made out of concrete. I mean, it's probably got insulation, but the way it looks like it feels like it's got made out of concrete. So I don't know. I want to try to cook in here, but like I mentioned before, there is a fire alarm, like just to the right and up of me. So I don't know how that's gonna work with the cooking situation. But anyway, that aside, if I can't get that to work well enough, I might have to like invest in some. What is this? An extra long cord, like maybe about 30 to 50 feet of USB 3.0 cords and a what do you call this? A remote, a long range, what a wireless microphone system, so that I can actually cook on stream again. But it's gonna be in the kitchen. So I mean that's one option. That's the cheaper option. The more expensive option would be like to get a whole new laptop and make a second setup in the kitchen, which I kind of don't want to, but I know I'm gonna need a laptop eventually for when I go travel again, so that I can actually stream. So that I can actually stream while I'm traveling. However, I may not stream if I'm like with family and stuff. Let's say I'm with a friend, right? Let's say I'm with a friend and they're okay with streaming with me. Maybe the stream would happen then. I already have like a partial setup ready for that, but I don't have the most important thing, which is the laptop. That's probably gonna come in a few months. If it doesn't work out, we can call it a fire alarm test. This is true. At least we know it'll work. I haven't actually tested the fire alarm in here, just because it's like kind of high. Even if I use a step stool, it'd be a bit of a reach. But I would have to turn that off, right? I would have to turn that off eventually. I do want to cook and stream again. Part of my resolution when I got my 2.0, when I went live with my 2.0 during my birthday, was to do more cooking streams, and I haven't been able to do that recently with the move and stuff. And now I'm trying to figure out just how to do all this stuff again. So, in lieu of a cooking stream, we're going to be doing instead a taste testing stream today. But yeah, I've never actually had a mooncake before. How many of you guys have had a mooncake before? Me personally, though, I haven't had a mooncake before, but I had this thing called hopya, which I think is like I mean, it's like kind of like a version of a mooncake, not really a mooncake. Let me see if I can find a picture of it, though. Let me see if I can find a picture of what hopya looks like. That way, we are on the same page on what we're going to be, or like some expectations what's going to be happening today. Yeah, I think this is a good one to start off with. Let's see, pictures. That's not the picture I want. Where is my? I guess I'll have to just make one. Image. There's gonna be a big image. Where is? Never had a full mooncake like the ones in the thumbnail. Yeah, this would be my first time for, actually having a mooncake. I actually talked to my, I told my friends that I got a. So these mooncakes, I did not buy the mooncakes, by the way. Mooncakes are like the farthest thing from my mind, and also mooncakes are just something I've never had. Like it's never been a tradition in my family. Though I do know that like there's certain times of the year that mooncakes are a thing. Like there's a moon viewing festival I think in a couple of weeks. I don't know what the significance of that is or how you know when these things happen and where the heck did that picture. Oh, I've saved it wrong. That's why. Let's try that again. Maybe the Indian black bean cakes would be the closest thing. Indian black bean cakes. I don't. So yeah, I'm just trying to show you what I'm used to, and then we'll move on to the. Excuse me. Then we'll move on to the actual the mooncake thing. So this is more of what I'm used to. We call in the Philippines we call this hopya, and as you can kind of see, it's like a mooncake, except I think the outside is a little bit different, or can be similar. I don't know. My impression of the mooncake. Let's get another image here so that we have a comparison. Let's get another image for comparison, and this one is much bigger than the previous one. All right, so so we have hopia in the background, right? The outside typically flaky, though sometimes a little bit more compressed, and the inside. This one shows red bean, but it's usually some sort of bean paste. The most common one in the Philippines is called munggo. It's like a mung bean paste, and it's mung bean. If you're not familiar with mung bean, like it's I think it's like the little ends of the alfalfa sprouts or something like that, typically. And I hate alfalfa sprouts, not the sprouts themselves, but I hate the mung bean. Just because whenever I grew up, I had like very bad memories of eating that as a soup. Like it's like a mung bean soup. I think it would be called it would be similar to a lentil soup, but it just tasted so mushy and bad that I didn't have a not mushy, coarse, very coarse. I don't like coarse textures typically. I like them usually smooth, or at least not so coarse where it feels gritty, that kind of thing. It's like I didn't like it. So I have bad memories of mung bean, but typically mung bean in Hopia though, that's a little bit better because it's also sweet, and you don't really taste the coarseness of the mung bean, so that's good. Ube is also another famous filling for Filipino Hopia, but that's typically what you would have, and the filling more or less looks like what you would what you would see in the picture above. Oh, pork is also a popular filling for Hopia. I don't know if it for some reason somehow the pork Hopia, one of my favorites by the way, somehow tastes a little sweet. Maybe they add sugar to that thing. It's like less pork. It's you don't get like chunks of pork, like meat chunks of pork. It's more like smooth. So maybe the pork is like lard or something, but lard's just fat. So where's the pork from? Where's the pork flavor? I never actually tasted pork, but apparently there's like maybe tiny little bits of pork. I don't know. But anyway, compare that to the mung bean. Not the mung bean. Compare that to the mooncake. I'm gonna move this to the side. Let's move that aside. Compare that to the mooncake. I think this is the typical mooncake setup. You have a red bean paste mooncake, white lotus paste, the egg yolk in the center. I think the salted egg yolk in the center is not typical according to my friends. So, and they probably don't. I think they don't like this as much because they think it's like a little bit too much. But the sesame apparently is supposed to be good. Mixed nuts might be a little bit too heavy. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up, the calorie count on these things are ridiculous. Like one hopia is typically around 200 calories already, and I usually down like 3 or 4 of those if I'm not careful. But the mooncake we're going to be having today, we actually have 2 different type of mooncakes. So let me show you what we got as far as mooncakes go. Hold up. We are going to go with camera. It's been a while since we've seen this. Hello, by the way. Hello. If you haven't seen my hand cam streams before, I do stream my hand. Though I think this is a little bit dark. It might be a little bit dark. I have to up the brightness a little bit. Hold up. Brightness, because it's kind of sort of dark. There we go. It's not any better, but that's the best I can do. But yeah, hello. Hello. Whenever I cook and do the taste testing, I do hand cam streams. So I used to wear gloves. But it's a bit of a pain to like replace those all the time. I will only wear gloves on a cooking stream if I have to like touch something messy. That's it, and that's really all you need gloves for, to be honest. I'm not a company VTuber, so I don't need to like hide my identity or anything like that, right? But anyway, we do have two sets of mooncakes actually. Here's one set. I don't know these brands, by the way. I just got this as a care package, as I mentioned before. Yeah, no proof. It's just tasting anyway. Yeah, I mean that's fine. But anyway, let me just let me backtrack a bit. We have 2 sets of mooncakes. This one is a fruit mooncake, and from the pictures I saw, this is closer to, what do you call this? This is closer to a hopia, and we're gonna look at these later. We're gonna open them up. We're gonna open them up and take a look. And the calorie count on these fruit mooncakes apparently are not too bad. I think this is like, what is this? 200 calories each one. And we have like a strawberry mooncake, strawberry pineapple, honeydew. Honeydew. You see that? Wait, I need to adjust that. Honeydew. I don't know what honeydew is, but I know what honeydew is, so maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. And green tea. We're definitely gonna try these. This is the lighter of the mooncakes. Let me show you the other one. The absolutely ridiculous calorie count on the other mooncake. Hold up. Oh, you can see that part. Oh, you can see that. Hold up. I'm just gonna trim a little bit of this camera thing right there. Okay. Didn't realize I was showing that part. I have high expectations of honeydew. I kind of do also. Also, strawberry is really hard to make in a dessert setting unless it's like a jam. So, curious how that's going to work out. We're gonna start off with the fruit first, and then we're gonna work our way up to the big one because this is ridiculous. So this is, I think, the mooncake that we're selling on Amazon. At least I looked this up on Amazon. I think that is the one that they're promoting right now. For the Moon Festival coming up in a couple of weeks. I think the Moon Festival is September 9, I believe. But I kind of wanted to go ahead and get started on tasting these, and then maybe if there's any leftovers, I'll do a Moon Festival of some sort on September 9. I don't know if we'll stream it and just chat about random stuff, or I don't know. We'll see. Well, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. But I did want to at least give this a taste because the person who sent this care package is asking me, have I tasted this yet? And I said no. So I need to report back and tell them how I liked it. So that's the other reason why we're doing this. But yeah, it's a pretty big set. 600 grams. That's quite a bit actually. But look at this ridiculousness, right? Oh wow. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Let's see if we can zoom in. So we have so the fruit one is like, I think 8 mooncakes, 2 of each. And then this one is only 4 mooncakes. And they're apparently huge, so we're not going to eat all of it, because if I did, you see this calorie count? You see this calorie count? 630, 690, 700, 620. It is ridiculously high. If I ate all 4 of this at once today, I am going to be a cow in like 30 minutes. Yeah, 700. So supposedly you're not supposed to eat each one by themselves. Like, you're supposed to be sharing this with people. I think they're usually cut in like 4s or 8s, and you're supposed to be sharing this with people. So not by yourselves, not recommended. A friend of mine did mention though, that if he eats like one of these things, he can't eat anything else for the rest of the day. Because it's that heavy, apparently. We'll see how heavy it is. This is my first time, so I have no idea. Yes, I do like the presentation of the boxes. Japan also does these kinds of like really nice boxes, and I just keep them even though they're empty. So it's nice. But yeah. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be tasting today. To go with that though, I think tea would be the appropriate drink. I was thinking maybe I should have milk or tea, but if it's this heavy anyway, milk is probably a bad idea. So we're gonna have some tea. If you guys were here for the Canada stream report when we did the Canada snack taste testing, you'll probably remember this premium Ceylon tea, the ice wine tea. We're gonna be drinking this today. Very fragrant. It has like a aroma of grapes. It has like a very distinct aroma of grapes, but it's not sweet grapes. It's more like, well, it is sweet, but it's like the aroma is like a cold aroma of grapes. If that makes any sense. Like, if you can smell cold, this has a smell of cold grapes, because that's how ice wine is made. It's made in very cold temperatures. So, yeah. I'm gonna go. I have a tea kettle here to the side, so I'm just gonna heat up that water. I could have done it earlier, to be honest, but the water doesn't take long to make. The tea doesn't take long to, what do you call this, to brew. So I'm just gonna start that now. But we are gonna start with the fruit ones. We're gonna check this out first. And let's see. I'm gonna put this box away. Actually, no. We're gonna do an opening. We gotta open this. Ceylon tea. Yeah, it's kind of fancy. I don't have much. Oh, hold up. Let's get the focus on this. This is a manual camera I'm working with, by the way, so it's not easy to get focused easily. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so they gave us some picks. Apparently you're supposed to eat these with picks. I had some toothpicks ready just in case I had to, like, use that. But we have some picks for the mooncakes. And we have 8 mooncakes, though I don't know which one is which. Apparently they're in Chinese. I think this bottom part here. I think this bottom part here is what tells you which flavor it is, but I can't read those. But I can recognize there are 4 different kinds, so I think we're just gonna go down the line. And the plan, I'm not gonna eat all these, all of these like at once. The plan is just to take like a small section, maybe like a fourth or less. Taste that for each one of those, including the big ones, because if I eat all of this, my calorie count is going to be even crazier today. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't mention this, but today I had some food still in the fridge, right? But I wanted pizza, and I have some frozen pizza in the freezer. So I made said pizza and ate about 3/4 of that pizza. 3/4 of that pizza is, I think, roughly 16 to 1700 calories. So I did myself in. I came to the stream full instead of hungry. So we're just gonna put that on this lovely plate that we got. Alright, I'm just gonna start from left to right. I don't know which one we're gonna get. Time to consult Google Translate. Nah, we're not consulting Google Translate. We're just gonna dive in there and see which one we get. Big mistake. Absolutely big mistake, but no regrets. The pizza actually wasn't bad. Grocery store pizza, probably not the best, typically. But, typically not the best, but the one I had wasn't bad. Probably could have used a little bit of a crushed red pepper, which I did not have, sadly. Okay. There we go. Let's get a maybe we need to close up a little bit more. A little bit more close up. Oh no, I can't close up any more than that. There's a focus. That's as focused I can get. Alright. Alright, it's gonna have to be like this then. Mooncake number 1. Fruit mooncake number 1. Oh, tea's water's ready. Let me get the tea poured. Let me get the water out for the tea. And I need to brew that for, I think, at least 1 minute, up to 2 minutes. I'm very particular in how I brew my tea. So the Ceylon tea that I'm brewing, we're doing that at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's about 60 degrees Celsius. And we are going to do a 2-minute timer on this one. Where is my timer? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Go. Alright. Okay, let's start with this first one. Mooncake number 1. Fruit mooncake. Let's see which one this is. It should be pretty easy. Okay. Right. Use the tear. Use the tear. All right, let's go with a smell test first. See if I can figure out what this is from smell alone. I can't tell. I don't know what scent this is. It's probably strawberry. I smell a hint of strawberries. I smell a hint of strawberries, so it's probably strawberry. Let me see if I can brighten that a bit. It's a little dark. Aperture is already maxed out. But I can make that even bright. No, that's not good. That's gonna wash it out. I think this is as good as gonna get. I think that's good as get. Let's go with that. Alright. Let's go ahead and use these little sticks that they gave us. Because apparently we're supposed to use this. So I think there's like 4 sticks in here. Meaning you're probably supposed to share this with at least 4 people. Oh, it's not a stick. What is this? Oh! They gave us a knife. Check that out. A very nice and shiny plastic knife. That's I have. Oh, it's not a stick. Yes, it is very nice. So it's not a stick. It's like one of these. It's like one of these little trident things that you do at little cocktail parties or something like that, which makes this even fancier than I expected. Okay, so tea is probably brewed now. Oh, we got a nice, lovely color in the tea. I want to show you guys. I'm just taking out the leaves so it doesn't become too bitter. Yeah, let me show you the tea really quick. Let's show the tea really quick. So this is my teapot. Very nice teapot. And I don't know if the tea is going to show very well, but yeah, that's our tea. I'm just gonna pour that out into a cup here in a bit. Actually, no, let's pour it out right now. Let's pour that out right now. My favorite teacup. My bunny teacup from Japan. I love this thing. If it ever breaks, I will be very, very sad. Okay. Ooh. Some intense music for the tasting. All right. Okay. Okay, so we have a plastic knife. We got this little trident thing. We're just gonna take a little small piece. I think. Let's just take maybe a 1/4 of or something like that. Oh, this is thick. Hold up. I have to use 2 hands to cut this. What the heck? Okay, this is gonna be. That is thick. What? All right. All right. Let's show the inside first. Here's the inside of the mooncake. It looks very dense. I'm not sure if you can see that. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, is this? Let's see. I think as clear as gonna. The knife may not be no, but the thing is, you don't want a super sharp knife for this. I think. Okay, I'm trying to get. Oh man, I need. This camera's already an upgrade. I need to upgrade even more. But let me see if I can get you guys a close up on this one, because I want to show you how dense this thing is. Super dense. Where's the exposure? Exposure? No, exposure manual. Yeah, I think this is gonna get. You see how dense that thing is? It's crazy. There's like no there's no gaps in that filling. I don't know if that's jam. It's definitely I think it's strawberry though. I smell strawberry. But this is what we're gonna be trying first. The strawberry mooncake. And we're just gonna take this tiny piece because any more than that is probably overkill. So itadakimasu. I will try this. I like that. It's not, so it's like a very, it's not a hard jam. Oh, look. I like the texture. It's soft, it's a little squishy, but it's very dense. It is actually super, super dense. It is strawberry, I think, I feel like. It's not very sweet, very lightly sweet. If there's any sweetness in this, it's probably mostly coming from the strawberry itself and maybe a tiny of extra sugar. But that's it. But it's super dense. It doesn't make my throat clogged up at least, but... Washing that down with some tea, that actually goes well really nice. It's really good though. This is super good. Just dense. So far, I'm liking this. So let's move on to the next one. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to describe this, other than how the heck did they pack this jam so tightly? Because I'm assuming this is mostly jam. How'd you get that mellow strawberry taste? It really is. It's not tart. I should probably say this strawberry has zero tartness at all, but you can still taste the strawberry flavor. Like, depending on where you're from, strawberries can either be super sweet or super tart. This is more on the sweet strawberry side, which kind of makes sense because for a mooncake, you just want the best of the best. Usually for a good mooncake thing. All right, so that's mooncake number 1, strawberry, really good. I'm gonna set that aside. Mooncake number 2, if this goes along the same lines as the label in the back, I am thinking this might be pineapple. We shall see. Pineapple. I've had pineapple cakes before. And they're alright. They're alright. Some people hate them, some people like them. I'm okay with it. For the most part, I think this looks mostly the same. Partial tart flavors, yeah, I like tart flavors too. Because sometimes if it's too sweet, it becomes sour. That you do know that sweet things like sugar ferment eventually to become wine or vinegar. Eventually, if you have too much sweet stuff in your mouth, it becomes sour just like vinegar, and that's not a good thing. But yeah, this is number 2. This is probably pineapple. Oh, I should smell it first. Let's smell it. It is pineapple. There is a light pineapple aroma, I feel like. No, let me just say maybe 90% pineapple. It could be honeydew for all I know. Getting used to that cut. Oh, wow. That pineapple smell is very strong now after I cut it. This is... No, wait. Is this honeydew? Or is this pineapple? I can't tell. In before a wine tasting stream. Oh my. I haven't had wine in a very long time, just because I try not to get drunk too much. But this might be honeydew. I don't think this is pineapple. I think this might be honeydew. You can't really tell just by looking at it. I can't tell by just looking at it. The color. Yeah, the color of no. I mean, okay, it's bad on stream. But in real life, in real life, you can't really tell on stream, unfortunately. But this top one is actually darker than the bottom one. But just looking at them, I still can't tell which one is which. I still can't tell which one is which. So It smells like honeydew. I don't think this is pineapple. Well, let's give it a shot then. If it's honeydew, then we got what we wanted already. We can end the stream. We can end the stream. But no, I do want to give a shot. So, itadakimasu. I will eat for you guys because you're not here. All right. Oh, wow. Wow. That is honeydew. That is honeydew, and that is very good. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. It has the same texture as the previous one, that soft, not mushy, but soft and squishy texture. That I don't know how else to describe it. But when you bite into this filling, it is unmistakably honeydew, and it is like strong. The honeydew flavor is strong, and I don't think it really mellows out too much. It tries to mellow out, but it's unmistakably good. It's almost a shame actually to follow that up with tea to wash it down, but you kind of have to because it is thick. The jam is thick. So unfortunately we have to, but I think so far honeydew up top. Let's just make a list right now on stream. Fruit mooncake ranking. So far we have honeydew and strawberry. I think I need to put a outline. Outline, why are you white by default? That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And that needs to be thicker. Mooncake ranking. Mooncake tier list. This is gonna be. I mean, I don't think I've had enough mooncakes to make a tier list. So this will have to do. This will have to do. Mooncake ranking. Let's put that. I think let's put that up here on the left, upper left. Or maybe we'll do mooncake ranking overall because we still have other mooncakes to try. So yeah, let's do mooncake ranking overall instead of just fruit mooncake. There we go. Is that readable, or do I need to make the? I think I need to make the outline a little bit thicker. Yeah, let's make it thicker. 20? That's the thickest. Okay. So far, this is a mooncake ranking so far. Honeydew first. Very, very good. As expected, honeydew. Strawberry, it's average. It's on the sweet side. Not tart, which is probably a good thing in this case. Okay. 2 mooncakes down. Oh, jeez. All right. Actually, I'm gonna change the plate. I'm gonna change the plate so that we have something a little bit fancier to look at. This was the plan, actually. The original plan was actually to use this thing, but I don't know why I didn't. Maybe because I thought I needed the extra space, but probably don't. Probably don't. Okay. Alright, mooncake number 3. Which one are you? I thought the last one was pineapple. But it's not. Okay, let's put that. Let's see. Let's zoom that out just a tiny bit so we can get a shot. There we go. There we go. Very hard to position this. Okay, mooncake number 3. I'm gonna go for the smell test first. Wait till we see the second box, we might need a larger plate. This is true. It's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be bigger. Okay, I think this one is actually pineapple. It smells like a pineapple cake, a pineapple tart, so this might actually be pineapple. Okay. Cut. It's amazing that I need like 2 hands to cut this thing just to press it down. I'm not slicing, I'm just pressing it down. Oh yeah, that's definitely pineapple. I don't know if you can see that. You see that on the knife? That is pineapple. We got pineapple. Did the music stop? YouTube, no, do not stop music. Keep doing the music. Even though it might be inappropriate. Alright. Let's take a look-see at the inside. Yeah. You can see it, you can already see which way is the camera? Camera's here. You can already see the pineapple fibers trying to come out of this mooncake. So, yeah, that's definitely pineapple. The pineapple smell, the scent, I guess I should say, pineapple scent, is much nicer. Is mellow. I don't think outside... I don't think pineapples really have that much of a scent to begin with. I know honeydew does. It's very, very strong. But you can kind of tell it is pineapple, especially with the fibers and all that. So, here we go. Mooncake number 3, itadakimasu. It's good. I like it. It reminds me of a like a really good pineapple cake. Maybe less crusty because you know pineapple cakes typically have that buttery pastry crust around them, which makes crumbs everywhere, but still good regardless. But the pineapple jam itself, it's so compressed, so compact, so dense that I mean, all I can focus on, all I can really focus on is how dense that is. I can taste the pineapple. It's not it's not tart, actually. Hold up. It's not tart. The pineapple is not tart. It's actually a sweet pineapple. I don't know what kind of magic they did to get rid of most, if not all, the tartness from this, but it's good just because of that. It's also very smooth. That's the word I've been missing. Not mushy, not squishy, smooth. It's smooth but dense. Pineapple, I feel like it might be better than strawberry, but definitely not better than the honeydew. So let's put the pineapple underneath the honeydew. It is good though. And if you like pineapple, depending on how you like your pineapple, you may not like this too much, because I know some people like their pineapple pastries to be a little bit tart. Yeah, it's a very smooth pineapple. If only because of how dense this is. Remember this. Remember how densely packed this mooncake is. Again, I can't tell just by looking at it which one this is. It's probably written in Chinese on the top here, but I can't read it, so that's the best we can do. Let's see, I'm trying to focus. But yeah, I mean, it's smooth, it's dense. All these mooncakes are going to be dense one way or another. That's just probably how it's going to be. But yeah, it's very smooth. Hardly any tartness. The sweetness is all there. I feel like for pineapple, the tartness is how you kind of find out it's pineapple, because you know pineapple is like very strong, very acidic. But this one has none of that, but you can still taste that flavor, which is a good thing, I think. So yeah, that's my impression of this one. I like it so far, but definitely not any better than the honeydew. Honeydew is top tier, always, always will be. So far, I don't know. The last one might surprise me. What's the last one anyway? I think it's green tea. Yeah, we have green tea left for this fruit box. All right, green tea. I will be surprised if the green tea does not have any green color. No, well, green tea doesn't really actually look green when you make it. So this will depend on if they use the leaves themselves in the fruit tart, in the mooncake, or if they brewed it first and then mixed it in here with something. Let me just look really quick on the ingredients for the green tea cake, because I think okay, before we move on, let's read the ingredients. I'm not gonna put it on on screen because it's a little big, but strawberry mooncakes. Interesting. Okay, so before we do this green tea one, let me read the ingredients, because we probably should have done that first, actually. Strawberry flavor mooncakes. Ingredients: melon paste. There's actually melon paste in the strawberry, which is surprising to find out. Maltose, sugar, wheat flour, wheat starch, water, strawberry jam. Okay, so there is strawberry jam, but melon paste is the first ingredient. In fact, melon paste is the main ingredient in all of these ones for this box. So you're actually getting a little bit of melon with everything, but the dominant flavor is whatever they say it is, like strawberry, green tea, pineapple. Interesting. So the bulk of it's melon, because typically, I guess, with most mooncakes or hopia kind of thing, it's or like manju, I guess, would be the Japanese equivalent. It's usually red bean, and red bean is like used everywhere. You can taste red bean even if you don't want to taste red bean. But using melon, I guess that's super high class. I know melon's not cheap for some people, so okay, this is kind of expensive. Margarine, not butter. We use margarine for this one. Soybean oil, peanut oil, eggs, strawberry essence to make the strawberry flavor a little bit stronger. Okay, so that's interesting. Pineapple. Most of the ingredients are going to be the same, but the first two ingredients are for pineapple paste, pineapple, and then melon paste. So there's actually more pineapple and pineapple paste than melon. For the honeydew, it is melon, but they do spike it with a little bit of honeydew essence to make it stronger. But you still get melon. Doesn't say what kind of melon, but it is melon. Green tea, melon paste is first, and the green tea flavoring is dead last, which kind of makes sense. But I don't know what green tea essence means. It's probably not actual green tea leaves, which also kind of explains why all of these fruit mooncakes have been looking pretty much the same. Like, you can't really tell what it is just by looking at it, because the majority ingredient is the melon. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you what's on the knife right now, and I guess you do see the melon paste on here, which makes sense, because if you do green tea, what you have to mix the green tea with something, even if you're just using leaves, because you can't make that as the bulk. It needs to be with something sweet, otherwise it's going to be super bitter. Again, you can't tell because it is melon paste, the bulk of it. Green, there's not a hint of green here. The camera doesn't really pick it up very well, but in any case, there is no hint of green in this green tea mooncake. I'm trying to smell it. I don't smell the tea. If it's there, it's very faint. So the best thing I can do is just eat this and see if I can taste the green tea. So let's go do that right now. Itadakimasu. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really tasting the green tea. It is, if it's there, it's very faint. It still has that smooth flavor because of the melon paste. I taste melon. It's not as strong as the honeydew flavor melon, but the green tea flavor itself is not really there. I mean, it's still good. The flavor is good because they're all mostly made the same way. But I just don't taste the green tea. It's like, green tea? What green tea? So I'm gonna, just because of that, I'm gonna have to rank it here at the bottom. Green tea? Question mark? So yeah, sounds like it's a good flavor to eat absent-mindedly, I guess. I mean, if you're drinking tea with this anyway, maybe your tea will enhance that flavor. But at the moment, it's like, I can't really taste it. I can't taste the green tea. But again, remember, each one of these things is 200 calories. So if you eat it mindlessly, just be careful. I think the way most people eat this, or at least I assume the way most people prepare this, is not cutting in fours like I did. You could do that, but I think it's like more something like this. Like maybe you cut in four first, and then you cut this into smaller bits. You cut this into smaller bits so you can enjoy this. So you can enjoy this longer. If you do the fours, it's a big bite. It's really the quarter size bits are a big bite. And I feel like this is like the perfect size to eat these fruit flavored ones. Yep. Actually, I think this size is perfect. The 1/8 section, the 1/8 section rather than 1/4. 1/4 is huge. 1/8 is just right. But it is also 200 calories each on this one. So regardless of how small this is, be careful. Be careful. All right. Yeah, it gets around the denseness. It does. It really does. Okay. Okay, so we are done with the fruit ones. I like the fruit ones overall. You can see our ranking here on the side, but we have 4 more mooncakes to try. And I have high expectations for these mooncakes. So, let me put this here for now. All right. Before we open up this big box of mooncake, let me read the ingredients really quick. So, white lotus paste with 2 egg yolks, lotus seed, salted egg yolk. You know you're getting good stuff if the lotus seed is the first ingredient. And according to the picture we have earlier, that is kind of what you want anyway. This is what we're expecting to see. This was the graphic that they gave with the on Amazon. So that's what we're expecting. That second one. So lotus seed, salted egg yolk, white sugar, water, peanut oil, wheat flour, trehalose, whatever that thing is, rapeseed oil, malt syrup, lemon. There's a little bit of lemon. Not vinegar, lemon. Egg. More egg. Citric acid, and then some other preservatives right there. Sesame mooncake. That's the third one here. Let's see. White sugar is the first one. And then you get the black sesame paste. That kind of makes sense. Sesame paste by itself is not really sweet, so you do want to add some sugar to it. But I am kind of surprised that they added more sugar than the black sesame paste. So this is going to be really sweet or at least sweet enough that you can actually taste it. And then most of the other stuff is actually mostly the same. We got the peanut oil, we got the wheat flour, we got the water, though they call it wheat, W-A-T-E, as someone forgot the R. Red bean. Okay, so the sesame mooncake has red bean in it, so that that's black sesame paste is mixed with red bean and peanuts. But there doesn't seem to be any peanut chunks in the picture, so I'm hoping there's no peanut chunks. So just, I guess, warning for anyone with a peanut allergy, there are peanuts in some of these. Let's see what else. The rest is mostly the same. The oils, the sugars, malt syrup, lemon. Okay, makes sense. Mixed nuts mooncake, that fourth one. That fourth one actually does not have the nuts as number one ingredient, just because if it did, this would be very, very crunchy and probably not a mooncake anymore. Wheat flour is actually first. Next with wax gourd paste. I don't know what wax gourd is. I may have eaten wax gourd before, but I don't know what wax gourd is. And then water, and then melon seed. Okay, so this one has melon seed in it. Melon seed, walnuts, sugar, almond, sesame, flattened sugared orange. So there's bits of orange in the mixed nuts mooncake. Interesting. Let's see. Sugar wax gourd, whatever the heck that thing is. And olives? There's olives here? What? Olives. Oyster sauce? What? Oyster sauce? That is not something I expected in a mooncake. Why is there oyster sauce in my mixed nuts mooncake? I mean, I like oyster sauce. It's kind of sweet, but it's not an ingredient I would have expected to see in here. Not only is there oyster sauce, there's also salt, which, you know, if it's something super sweet, you do want to add some salt. And I just realized none of the other ingredients I've read out so far in any of the other mooncakes had salt. This is the first one. This is the first one that has any amounts of salt. And then we got sesame oil. Interesting choice, because sesame oil is really strong already, really fragrant. Not exactly sure what that's doing here. So I'm guessing the mixed nuts one is more savory. That's my assumption. There's also soy sauce. Soy sauce, 5-spice powder, pepper powder. What the heck? The mixed nuts is actually going to be somewhat savory. It's not on the sweet side. No, there's sugar here, but there's all these other savory ingredients at the bottom, which is like, what the heck is going on here? Okay. And then the red bean paste, hopefully that's a little bit more predictable. White sugar, again with a red bean paste, and wheat flour, red bean, azuki, 2 different types of red beans, peanut oil, soybean oil. It looks like a very what do you call this? Basic red bean paste mooncake with modified cornstarch. Modified cornstarch, not corn syrup, but cornstarch. Mixed nut tastes like salty sweetbread. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that, Reina. Thank you. Well, we're gonna find out because we are going to try it now. I don't know which one we're gonna do, but remember, each one of these each one of these mooncakes is 700 calories. So we are not going to eat an entire mooncake. We're gonna probably cut this in 1/8 or something. And this tiny plate I have is probably not gonna be fitting it. Lotus egg yolk filling is my favorite, by the way. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I need to do the unboxing. Hold up. We need to do unboxing. Ah! Oh, okay. Don't break. I don't want you to break. Please don't break. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. We are gonna do unboxing of this big one because we saw the insides of the fruit one, but we didn't see the insides of this. And this is the most I can fit on camera, so cutting is for the best. Make sure to wash it down with some hot white tea. I have some Ceylon tea, though the Ceylon tea in my cup right now is a little cold. And I still have some reserves in a pot that's a little bit warmer. Alright, unboxing whatever this thing is. Excuse me. Mooncake, the big special mooncake. And voila. Oh wow. There's still more. Oh man. Look at the inside of this thing. So this is the bottom of the box, and you already have extra special paper right underneath that cover. That's super extra. What the heck? That's super extra. What is this? Taste it, love it. We also got an envelope. What the heck is this? Sun Given Foods. All right, let's see what this letter is. Let me get rid of the ranking first so that you guys can also read this. And maybe I should move the I'll hide the thumbnail for now. The curious history of the mooncake. As the Mid-Autumn Festival approaches, get to know the story behind this celebration's most revered snack, the mooncake. Everyone knows Chinese New Year, the dragon dances, the fireworks, the awe-inspiring spectacle. But to Westerners, little is known about the Mid-Autumn Festival. A celebration almost as important to the Chinese as their famed New Year. Celebrated each, you guessed it, autumn, this auspicious time honors the annual harvest in conjunction with lunar cycles. Held the 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. Wait, 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. Lunar New Year starts in February, so that's September. I said the 9th, right? I said the 9th. But it says it's the 15th, so maybe... Oh wait, 15th day. 15th day. So it might actually be the 9th. Because Lunar New Year doesn't start on the 1st of February. I think it starts a little later. Yeah, it's in English too. That's amazing. It's probably made for like an English clientele or something like that. But anyway, let's see. Where was I? Held on the 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. This year, Mid-Autumn Festival falls on the 1st of October. Oh, okay. I'm 2 months early. I'm almost 2 months early. Well, maybe a little bit more than a month. One special delicacy underpins this hallowed event, the mooncake. Like the pancake to Shrove Tuesday. What? Shrove Tuesday? What's Shrove Tuesday? I've never heard of Shrove Tuesday. So, intertwined with this time of year is the mooncake. That autumn festival has earned the affectionate nickname Mooncake Day. Made from a sweet, dense pastry, mooncakes are filled with a delicious red bean sesame or lotus seed paste. Never had lotus seed paste before. And topped with an intricate pattern symbolizing good luck, sentiments like longevity or harmony. Inside, to represent the full moon, there'll often be a whole salted duck egg yolk. Okay, from what I heard from my friends before, the salted egg yolk is not always there. So maybe it's something special here. I don't know. Anyway, Let's see, where was I? Egg yolk. Chinese will gather together and eat slices of mooncake, or Mid-Autumn Festival, a national bank holiday. You just had to mention the bank holiday bit. Like many Chinese customs, the origins of the mooncake lie in ancient times, in this case a time of social and political triumph, the overthrowing of the Mongol dynasty, and after many attempts to invade China, Mongols succeeded in the 13th century, with Kublai Khan establishing the Yuan dynasty. It was an oppressive regime that saw the Chinese people ruled closely with the Mongolian guards outside of their homes. Families were even expected to give the guards food and wine. A rebel leader's confidant, Liu Bowen, suggested a rebellion coincide with the Mid-Autumn Festival, and he secured permission for mooncakes to be distributed to each of the Chinese residents as a blessing to the longevity of the Mongol emperor. Within each of the cake was a piece of paper saying, "Kill the Mongols on the 15th day of the 8th month." Okay, so we're eating mooncakes to as a celebration of killing the Mongols. I see. See now how this works. As Mongols didn't eat mooncakes, their plan succeeded and the Mongols were overthrown. Little mooncakes are full of long history, represent reunion and good wishes. Try mooncake today. Okay. That was an interesting history lesson. That was an interesting history lesson. It went from I thought it would just be like a celebration harvest festival, stuff like that. I didn't realize we were also overthrowing the Mongols and stuff like that. This went from 0 to 100. Yes, usually the egg yolks are in the lotus filled one. Okay, so anyway, history lesson aside, we have giant mooncakes now. I don't think that is going to fit. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fit in my tiny little plate here. So we are gonna move to the big plate that's not as pretty, but we're gonna do it anyway. Represents good fortune harvest and eliminating your enemies, casually overthrowing the Mongols on Steam. Yes. I should probably bring back the Civ 5 stream. I only did one Civ 5 stream anyway, but I kind of want to do another one. Maybe we do a Civ 5 stream on the Mid-Autumn Festival, have the Mongols and the Chinese battle it out or something. I don't know. Probably bad, but okay, I am going to... Okay, here's the box. It is huge. It is bigger than my hand. Let us compare that with the other one that we had earlier. You can see this is already tiny. This is already tiny. It's like a fourth of the size of what we got here. All right. Okay, let's open this. Okay, let's put that down. This is, again, gigantic. Okay, maybe not a fourth of the size. The box was fourth of the size. But the actual thing is like half. Okay. Also, I noticed that unlike the fruit mooncakes that we got earlier, there are no knives or little toothpick prongs in this one, so I'm probably going to be using the same ones as the other one. Hopefully the flavors don't mix too much. But yes, you can see already the absolute size of this mooncake. A normal size mooncake. This is a normal size mooncake. Apparently, I guess this is a normal size mooncake. I should make that clear. The fruit mooncakes we had are probably not the normal size. Those are our smaller ones for easier eating. Let me grab a different mooncakes for size comparison. We'll definitely be cutting this one even smaller. Yes, we'll be definitely cutting even smaller. You see, okay, size comparison. So this is the normal size mooncake. This is the mooncake that we had earlier, and as you can see, maybe it's a little bit more than half the size. Maybe the small one is a little bit more than half the size. But the real bigness, right? The real size difference. The real size difference of this mooncake comes from the side. Look at that. Look at how much taller this is. This is like a giant. This is like baby mini mooncake, and this is giant mooncake right here. It's like that 6'5'9" meme or 5'11" 6-foot meme. This is the 6-foot mooncake. This is the 5'11" mooncake, and it is a thick boy. It is a thick boy. Speaking of thick, I think it's about the same thickness actually. It's about the same thickness this way, but it's definitely bigger. That's where the extra calories are being stored. This is true. Remember, the big mooncake. If you eat an entire big mooncake, this is 700 calories. We are not eating an entire thing at one time ever. We are cutting this into a very small piece. I don't know how small of a piece it is, but it's going to be small, extremely small. Don't ever talk to me or my son ever again. That's true. Okay. I probably shouldn't be cutting this from the center, right? But if we want to get a good cross section, I need to cut it from the center. So I'm gonna make an incision. I'm gonna make an incision from here, from the center down. Oh, this is very smooth. This is much easier to cut through than the fruit ones. The fruit ones were very dense, but this is like super easy. I hardly have to apply any pressure. Okay, let's figure out which one we got. Oh, I think this is the lotus seed. Yep, we have egg. We have lotus seed. You see this huge dense wall of whatever all those ingredients were, and then egg. The eggs tend to be the center-ish, really. That kind of makes, well, I don't know. There might be. Okay, let me adjust the camera here, or at least the framing. But I don't know. So there's an egg here at the end. I'm assuming there might be another egg in this quadrant, or maybe somewhere here. But I'm not gonna find that out until much later. But the good thing is we got egg. But we're also gonna cut this even smaller. There should be another egg, but I just don't know where the other egg might be. Because we found one egg. So the other egg is either, like I said, the other egg might be hidden on this side, or it might be hidden over here on this side. We will never know. On the stream, we will never know. Okay, so we have a quarter, but we're gonna cut this even smaller. I think I am going to cut this even further into quarter. So we're gonna cut it this way, and we get a nice cross section, a nice eggy cross section. Egg is very crumbly. Yeah, I can see it. And I think since this one is a little bit unstable, I am going to be cutting this one in half. And I think I'll be doing that for the rest of them. Okay, I think I didn't get enough egg. All right, fine. We are going to get egg on this one. So I am putting you back like this. I am putting you in like this. We are reassembling it like this. And here is the piece we are eating, that small piece. So this one is 700 calories, and I cut a 16th of that. How many calories is in this one tiny slice? This slice, how many calories is this? 1/16 of 700. Let's check it out right now. 700 divided by 16. 43 calories. Very, very manageable. If I ate the entire, if I ate like eighth, if I ate like an eighth of that, how much would be? An eighth is like 88, which is not bad. Which is not bad. Which I can probably do. So what I can probably do is like eat one with the egg yolk, see how it tastes with egg yolk, and I'll probably eat the other one without egg yolk. Let's do without egg yolk first. I'm gonna try that. Itadakimasu. That's interesting. I need to double check the ingredients on this one. So this is like lotus seed, right? So the lotus seed has peanut oil, but so the lotus seed has peanut oil, but not actual peanuts. But I never had lotus seed before. But my impression of lotus seed is it tastes very peanutty. I can taste peanuts, but I know there's no peanuts. That's interesting. Okay, need another helping of tea here. Hopefully my tea is still at least warm. Yeah, my tea's not quite as hot anymore. I don't drink that too fast. But it's interesting that lotus seed by itself tastes a little bit like peanuts, and it's pretty good. Though, if you told me that did not have any peanuts, I wouldn't believe you because it tasted like it. Okay, this one has the egg yolk. I'm just gonna eat it like this. So itadakimasu. That's different now. Salted egg yolk. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. First things first. I'm not a fan of salted eggs to begin with because I find them a bit too salty. But in this, when you mix the lotus paste with the egg yolk, it has a different flavor. I taste the saltiness with the egg yolk for sure. There's no creaminess with that. Let me drink. So there's no creaminess from the egg yolk, which I would have assumed, or at least some richness from the egg yolk. It is pure crumb and a little bit salt, not a little bit, a lot salty. If I just ate the salted egg yolk by itself, I feel like it might be a little bit too strong, but mix it with the lotus seed, it's not bad. But if I had to pick one, if I had to pick with egg yolk or without egg yolk, I think I would have picked it without the egg yolk. That's just my preference, and I think some of my friends may agree with that too, just because they feel like the egg yolk's a little bit too much. I don't think the egg yolk's a little bit too much. I just don't like that combination of the peanut and really salty egg yolk. That's just my feeling. I'm sorry if that upsets anyone, but I do like the lotus seed. I'm just not sure how I feel about it with the egg yolk. Wonder how this combination came to be anyway. I mean, lotus paste and red bean paste are common for these types of desserts, so I feel like there is a thing, at least in some parts of Asia, where salted egg is just something a lot of people like, and I can understand the salted egg obsession. It's just like I don't really like the salted egg because it tends to be like super salty, like I mentioned. And I've had salted egg snacks before, but whenever I had salted egg snacks, they're not like super salty. There is salt, but it also for some reason tastes sweet at the same time. Like I've had some salted egg yolk flavored cassava chips, which is it was all right. It was all right, but I don't know if it's something I would get again. It's just something I wanted to try, but it tasted more sweet than salty. Probably because there's way too much sugar in it. But anyway, how would I rank this with our mooncakes so far, though? It's definitely better than green tea. I think the green tea is going to be like the bottom for me so far. Is it better than strawberry? Yes, it's actually better than strawberry. Is it better than pineapple? Iffy. Iffy. But if I had to say, probably also better than pineapple. Still doesn't beat the... Okay, that's box. It still does not beat the honeydew. Nope, honeydew is still number one. Always will be. Forever will be. So let's put the lotus with egg right underneath the honeydew. All right. So that is the lotus with salted egg. Let's move on to the next one. Honeydew supremacy cannot be overthrown. It would be very hard. Not gonna lie, it would be very, very hard. I wonder if I should put this back in the plastic. I'll put it back in the plastic. I just hope I don't have to eat this like right away. It says eat best before January 31, 2023. So even if I unpack it, I think it'll still be okay for quite a long time. I'm just gonna be eating in very small bites. Definitely very small bites. Okay, and I need to write on the outside what this is because I am not going to remember. Though I kind of don't want to because the box is actually really nice. But then again, should I save the box? There's the problem with like really nice boxes. I can appreciate how nice the box is. So I kind of don't want to get rid of it just because it is that nice. I'll find out when I don't need to write on it. But it's like, you know, those days where you're like, I don't feel like salted egg yolk today. Maybe I'll get something else. That kind of thing. Okay. I don't know what this next one is. And if I can get it from this box, because it's really hard. Okay, next one. Why are we getting battle music? I probably should have put the non-battle music on. If anyone's curious what playlist we're listening to right now, this is from, what do you call this? This is from... Oh, this one looks... I think this looks about the same. I think that... So this is from Dova Syndrome. I just like their music. And it's, what do you call this? Royalty free, so there's that. Okay. I'm not doing a smell test in any of these because I wouldn't know what they smell like. The fruit ones are easier to smell. This one not as easy. So we're just gonna cut into this and we'll find out which one this is. This is slightly denser than the egg one, the lotus paste one. Alright. And we have, oh no, another staple. This is red bean paste. Yep, this is red bean paste. I see the... I wonder if you can see it. There's like little chunks of red beans in the paste here. So I am familiar with what red beans tastes like. I had way too many manju in Japan and outside of Japan to not know what the flavor of red bean is. Hopefully though, this will be not too strong of a flavor, but it's a love it or hate it thing. It's a love it because it's a familiar taste for a lot of people, but it's a hate it because they use it in everything. They use red bean paste in everything manju, and it's very hard to get away from it. It's just a traditional flavor. But I'm just gathering up the scraps of red bean here that fell out. And we'll just take a look here again. This is the piece that we'll be eating. Very nice, very crumbly though. The inside is kind of crumbly. It's very well made. It's definitely not as smooth as the lotus paste, as you can see. It is a little bit more It's a little bit more coarse. There's red beans everywhere. And yeah, that's all I can say about how this looks. The one thing though I did not expect was there's like whole red beans still in here. Usually when you do make a red bean paste, sometimes, most of the time anyway, there's a smoother consistency. It's not like tiny red bean here, tiny red bean there, tiny red bean here. But this is a little bit different. Okay, enough about that. Let's get it try. Oh, excuse me. Yep, that's red bean. That's red bean. It's all right. However, the big chunks of red bean that are in here, not a fan of that. Not a fan of the big chunks of red bean. Oh my gosh, that was a whole bean. That was a whole bean I just ate. It was like hard. It kind of reminds me of the pinto beans before they're soaked and stuff like that. Yep. I mean, it's not like super hard where it's gonna break your teeth or anything, but it's a whole bean. It's a whole bean. And I kind of wish the red beans, I know, like I said, I know some people like it whole, but I'm not one of those people. I would have preferred the red bean paste to be much smoother. Much smoother. You can leave the skins in the red bean paste. I don't care about that. What I do care is the red beans are not whole, and when I bite into them, I taste the bean. I feel the bean. That kind of makes me sound like the princess who feels the pea under like 50 mattresses or something, whatever. But I'm just not a fan of whole red bean in anything like this. Just smoother. Overall, though, sweetness wise, it's not too sweet. It's kind of what I expected. It's kind of what I expected. Not too sweet. It's just the whole beans really distracted me. That it's not dense. I mean, okay, it's kind of dense, but there's definitely a texture to that, a coarse texture because of the beans. And I will keep talking about beans while we're on this one. So let's go and rank this really quick. Is it better than green tea? Wow, I can't believe I'm actually debating this. The thing with the green tea mooncake is all I can taste was the melon paste. It wasn't bad, I just couldn't taste the melon paste. But is this red bean one better or worse than green tea? Yeah, I'm putting it at the bottom. I'm putting that at the bottom. The green tea one's better than this. Red bean. Yes. Red beans at the bottom. Sorry, red bean lovers. I know it's a traditional flavor, but oh my gosh. Yeah, we create a new tier for it. If we were actually doing a proper tier list, this would have a tier for itself at the bottom. It's just called red bean. Red bean, why? Why tier red bean? Hey Workshop, welcome. How's it going? We are doing a mooncake tasting, my first time eating mooncakes, but apparently we're also doing a tier list at the same time, ranking all the different mooncakes that we've tried so far. And we have 2 mooncakes left. we still have the mixed nut mooncake, as well as the what's the sesame. I'm actually interested in the sesame one because I like black sesame, but the mixed nut one, I'll be honest, I'm not a nuts fan, but maybe this can change my mind because it has a lot of savory stuff. Mooncakes, yeah. Apparently it's not mooncake day yet. It's still in a few weeks, but I am doing an early taste test so I can report back to the person who gave me the care package how I liked it. So we're doing that. Okay, mooncake, big mooncake number 3. Let's go. Oh, I can smell it from here. I don't even have to get up close to that. I think this is the sesame. Oh yeah, that's the sesame. We're getting some. I think this is a sesame anyway. It smells very strongly black sesame to me. So let's go ahead and cut into that. Oh yeah, this better be black sesame. Oh my gosh, that's dense. We're having to two-hand the knife again this time. Alright. Let's get the cross-section. Oh, yep, that is black sesame. Check it out. Check it out. Let's see. Can we get some sharpness on that? It's a little dark. It's a little dark. My lighting is not in the best spot, but let's see if we can. There we go. That's a little better. It is a void. Whenever you get black sesame in anything, it's either the void, or it's like a light void. But this already looks very dense, very dark. I am actually excited for this one because I like sesame flavor. I like black sesame, and it by itself as a paste like this, I am expecting good things. I'm expecting good things, but presentation wise, yes, it is a black void, which is kind of hilarious actually. All right, let's get a piece here. Okay. I think I'll eat the end piece for this one just because there's not as much there. There's not as much filling, but you still get a good you still get a good section of black sesame. Look at how dense that is. This kind of explains why I had to two-hand the knife again. But man, I can smell it from here. I'm not even trying to sniff it. I can smell it. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm piercing an Ava's insides with this thing. All right, itadakimasu. Okay. Okay. The black sesame flavor is not quite as roasted as what I expected. It's still there, but it's not as roasted as I expected. Or maybe there's just, I don't know. Maybe black sesame is one of those things where you don't use too much of. Otherwise, it's just kind of like. Otherwise, it kind of like, oh, what's the word? It disappears into the mass it's in. That's all I can. That's the best way I can describe it. Also, I felt something hard. I felt something hard as I was chewing, and I had to double check what the ingredients were. And in the black sesame mooncake, there are red beans and peanuts. It's probably not a red bean paste. If it's a red bean paste, it's probably mixed in there. But it was probably a peanut because it felt harder. It definitely felt harder. Maybe the sesame is a little bit too dark. Maybe it needs a little bit more balance. It's good. Maybe it needs a little bit more balance to go. It's hard to say how I like this. On one hand, I was very excited that it was a black sesame. On the other hand, maybe there's too much black sesame. Maybe there's too much black sesame. I can't tell. I think it's all right. I think you definitely need a stronger tea for this one to balance out whatever flavors are here. It's dense. It's very dense. It kind of reminds me of the fruit mooncakes that we had. In terms of denseness, I mean, you can tell, right? That thing is pretty much a solid mass of whatever it is. But, yeah, I'm not sure about this one, to be honest. I thought I would like it more, but is it better than green tea? Yeah, I'd say it's better than green tea. Is it better than strawberry? Yeah, I say it's better than strawberry. Is it better than pineapple? Maybe not better than pineapple. It's close, but maybe not better than pineapple. So let's put it under pineapple, but above strawberry. Man, this is actually harder than I thought it would be. So this is black sesame. Sesame. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed in this, but it's definitely not what I expected flavor-wise. It's not bad, just not what I expected. I expected something like very dark roasted, and I think I got dark roasted, but it didn't have enough of the roast flavor, if that makes any sense. Okay, we have one more mooncake to go, and this is going to be the mixed nut mooncake. I think it also has some melon seeds in here also. So I'm expecting this to be extremely... Wait. I think they did... Oh, they did have a knife and a little prong thing in the box. I just didn't see it because it was hidden in one of these things, and one of these things was like a divider in the box, so I didn't see it. I didn't realize this was separate until now, and so there is actually one of these. So they didn't leave you they did not leave you to hang out to dry, but we're not gonna open that anyway because we already have one open, and it'd be wasteful. So, all right, mixed nuts. Wait, which one's the mixed nuts? I took two. Which one's the mixed nuts? It's this one because I did not open it yet. Too late to turn that one. Well, even if I found it earlier, I wouldn't have opened it because it's not as aesthetically pleasing. It looks more like oh, it's not this one because I already opened this. It's not as aesthetically pleasing. It was more of a white plastic kind of thing, and the clear one looks nicer, so we'll use that anyway. Okay, put that back, put that also back. Last one, mixed nuts. Ooh, that's an interesting smell. There's a smell here. I think it's the smell of melons. Let me double check if this has melon. It has seeds. Walnut, melon seed, almond, olive seed, peanut. I don't know what this scent is. Need a little tea. Okay, cleared my throat. Yeah, I don't know what the scent is. It's interesting. But this is supposed to be the more savory mooncake, according to the label, because it had a lot of other things that you wouldn't expect in mooncake, like sesame oil, which is probably what I'm smelling, but I'm not exactly sure. It also has oyster sauce, soy sauce, and some other stuff. Okay, let me see if I can cut this. Oh wow. I'm trying. Okay, I am trying. It is a brick. It is a brick. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's the nuts, that's why. That makes sense. That thing was a brick. I had to like use extra force with this one. Okay, it's a little easier on this side. Maybe I just hit a rough spot. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff on this thing. Okay, let's show the cross section really quick. As you can see, there is a lot going on in there. There is a lot going on in there. I'm not sure where to begin. There's a lot of seeds. There's walnuts, almonds. Trying to get a sharper picture. Yeah, just a bunch of seeds, a bunch of nuts, walnuts, almonds. It is pretty packed. Let me double check what the other stuff is in here. Walnuts, melon seed, almond, olive seed, wheat, peanut. There's some peanuts there too. Soybeans, egg, peanut oil. What is the red bean again? No, that's not it. It's not red bean. Oh, I was reading the wrong one. Wheat flour, wax gourd paste. Wax gourd paste, whatever the heck wax gourd paste is. Okay. Alright, so we saw the insides. Let's go ahead and cut this small section. And yeah, we'll just do the 1/8. Oh wow, this is definitely a hard spot. See how much force I have to put in here? That's ridiculous. There's definitely some hard nuts in there. Definitely some hard nuts. And the section that we are going to be eating has some peanuts, which explains why it was so hard to cut through. Peanuts. And I think there might be some walnuts here too. All right, let's give this a shot. I'm gonna keep an open mind on this. I'm not a nuts fan to begin with, but I'm gonna keep an open mind in this. And hopefully my teeth will still be here after eating this. All right, itadakimasu. It's interesting. That is interesting. I like it actually. I mean, it's a little bit hold on. Let me get some tea. That was interesting. I like it. I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. Let me try to describe the texture really quick. Obviously, there's a lot of nuts in there. It was not really crunchy. It was more very crumbly. And the wax gourd paste was the main ingredient, right? So the wax gourd paste was the main thing holding all the nuts together, and there were some. I don't want to say squishy parts, but there were definitely some spongy parts in the piece I ate, and I think those spongy parts were was the wax gourd. Like I said, I don't know what wax gourd is, but there were some spongy parts that were that was the wax gourd, and then everything else in the middle was not salty, but it was very savory. It was like a mix of all those savory ingredients: the sesame oil, the oyster sauce, the soy sauce, all that stuff. It reminded me actually a little bit of the porkopia I mentioned earlier in the stream, except there is no meat here. And the spongy parts of the wax gourd parts, I think, in the paste kind of reminded me like the squishy parts of the porkopia, like the actual pork pieces that you might sometimes have. And it kind of tasted like that. So it's like a vegetarian pork flavor, but without actually having any pork in here, which is super weird to think about when you look at all the ingredients, but it's actually really good. Probably not like, it still probably doesn't beat out the honeydew, but this I think might actually beat out the lotus with egg. Winter melon, it's not sweet enough. Yeah, it's not supposed to be sweet. Actually, there was hardly any sweetness to this. There was some sugar, I think, some sugared bits, but it's not sweet at all. It was definitely more savory. I think this beats out the lotus with egg. Still doesn't beat out honeydew. The honeydew has a soft spot for me, but if I had to give this like if I had to give this something, it might be more like this. Honeydew equals mixed nuts. Or honeydew is greater or equal to mixed nuts. It's on that fence. It's like it doesn't really beat honeydew, but mixed nuts is pretty close. It'll be more of a preference thing at this point. It's better than the lotus with egg and all the other stuff, but by itself, maybe this is just a different category. If there was like a category for savory mooncakes, this would be a category its own, but it would still be ranked roughly the same as honeydew. Just doesn't beat it. That's interesting. I actually like that. I think if you had like I know this is not a, a traditional drink with mooncakes. Like tea is typically what you would drink this with, and I'm drinking some tea right now. But if you were to drink the mixed nuts with some cola, like a Coke, I think it would work. I think it would work actually. Mooncake with Coke. It might be a little bit much, but I think it would work with the mixed nuts. I don't think it will work with the others, but with the mixed nuts, it might actually work a bit. That's just my feeling on it. That's just my feeling on it. Also, sorry, Sammy, for not catching you earlier. But yeah, hello. But yeah, I think this has been a very interesting tasting stream. Overall, too many calories. Too many calories. How many pieces did I eat? Let's see, 80 times 4, 320 just from the big ones. I didn't even eat a whole one. And from the small ones, I think I ate maybe 200 worth, so almost 550 to 600 calories just from eating the bits and pieces of everything. Probably shouldn't think about that, but normally I guess when you eat these things, you're not eating a whole lot at one time, but I think if I had to recommend one of these boxes though, if you like a lot of sweet stuff and fruity stuff, definitely go for that. Definitely go for that sweet, the fruit mooncake box. That's actually pretty good. The red box that they keep on promoting on Amazon, which is where I saw, which is where I got the picture from. There's probably something for everyone there. Just because you're not gonna be eating all of it. You're gonna be like eating small pieces, like what I did over here. That's like a eighth of it, and that's probably the size to eat it at most. Maybe half of this if you can cut it down smaller. But yeah, I do recommend the fruit one. The bigger ones, it's like if you get the big one, have some friends with you so that you can all taste it. So that you can all taste it, and you each give each other your own impression of it, and have plenty of tea on hand, maybe like 1 can of Coke. Because like I said, the mixed nuts should go well with Coke. They might be staring you in the fridge for a while. Actually, I don't think you're supposed to refrigerate these. They stay in room temperature, so they're gonna be somewhere on my snack table for a while. So yeah, I don't think you're supposed to refrigerate them. If you refrigerate them, that kind of kills whatever texture these may have. But I don't think if you keep them away from like somewhere far away where ants aren't gonna get, I don't think ants would get to these except for maybe the fruit ones. That might be the only issue. But yeah, I'll be eating these slowly. I think they keep pretty well. I've been told they keep pretty well. They don't go bad really, just because of how dense and how they're made. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I did like this though. Would I get mooncakes for myself? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, it's nice to get as a gift, right? I think if you're getting a mooncake, it's typically as a gift, or you have a family, or you have family that you, or friends that you are celebrating with, and you get it for the group. You don't get it for yourself. That's my feeling of this. With Hopia, with Hopia, you can also give it as a gift, but typically you get that for yourself. Yeah, I think I mentioned that before. You kind of like, yeah, it's just easier to eat, I feel like. And the way they're made is like, it's a little bit, they're not as dense. The Hopia definitely is not as dense as this. I think the reason why Hopia is so high in calories is because there's more fat in them, either with lard or margarine or whatever oils they use. But here, they do have a lot of oils and stuff either, but they're also really dense. These things are super dense, for the most part. There were some that were not, but overall, I like it. I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it too. I'm gonna, like I mentioned earlier, I do want to try cooking on stream again. Usually, I've been trying to do something food related each week, maybe cooking every other week. But we'll see how the next few weeks pans out. I'm not exactly sure what I want to cook next though, and how that's going to work in this setup I currently have. But I think it might work. We'll see. As far as the schedule is concerned, I'm not sure how many people will look at the schedule on YouTube or Twitter. On YouTube, you'll probably see like a stream with like a thumbnail of what the schedule is, and that's usually why I put it for you people who are only on YouTube. And if you're on Twitter, I also try to put it there. Hey Benny, welcome. Just talking about some future plans right now. But yeah, as far as the schedule is concerned, I'm gonna try to make a regular. I'm gonna try to put a schedule out next week. I don't know if I want to make it specific, other than like a day or two. I'm still trying to get used to my current schedule, and And right now I am training in my new place. But after training, my schedule's gonna change again. So maybe I might have like one stream announcement for next week. I know there's one I'm going to be doing for sure. But otherwise, I feel like it's gonna be more or less guerrilla. But I'm gonna try to make it like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe Saturday type of thing. So we'll see about that. I also need to get back into doing the rest of the Disco Elysium playthroughs though. So I haven't been able to do that this week just because a bunch of stuff was happening. But there should be a video for tomorrow at the very least. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day, guys. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that mooncake review. And I'll see you next time. Have a nice rest of your day, Nuggets. See ya. See ya. Oh, where's my ending? See you later. Bye-bye.